Hello guys and welcome back to the Kop TV. Today you have me and Joe. Gilly's not going to be here unfortunately. We've had some really bad news and I hope that you can go and send him all your love really and appreciation because he's going to need it in this really difficult time. And that's why we haven't done a video or you haven't seen much content from us in the last 2 weeks. We've done it out of respect and yeah, if you're watching Gilly lad, we love you and we're all here for you and we support you mate. Okay, so let's talk about Liverpool.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's what we're here to do, lad.
Yeah.
So, Fulham v Liverpool yesterday.
Unfortunate.
3 o'clock kick-off on a Sunday. This is a random kick-off time, right?
Yeah. Well, 3:15 actually for the delay as well.
Medical,
there you go. Yeah.
Medical delay, so we ended up kicking off a little bit late. Start the game at 3:15, and actually, I think Liverpool started quite well, to be honest with you.
I mean, compared to, we were a bit faster.
Yeah.
Not as, slow in the build-up.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that we didn't have a striker for all of probably about 10 minutes. And then I was like, we need some width as well as someone staying in there. But Vert's got a lot of the ball.
He did.
Which he hasn't done loads of. And he was moving it quite nicely.
He was. I think we were doing the fast build-up. Also, just let me quick say Happy New Year to everybody. I don't think we've done a stream since then, so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that.
Did you have a good New Year?
It was good. It was heavy. I was in Derry one night. Irish wedding, 4 nights on the Guinness. So, it was very lively.
I had a friendly in that as well, didn't you?
I had a friendly on New Year's Eve, and we just ended 2025 with a trophy as well.
Belter.
And you spent it in London?
Yeah, with me ma and me missus. Like,
lovely.
Cooking chickens and that.
Yeah. Loads of turkeys.
And loads of football still in between as well. But yeah, anyway, back to the game. Started really well. We were great, I thought, at first, to be quite honest with you. All the stuff that we were moaning about the last game, lack of intensity, no passion, no drive. It was there in the first 20 minutes for me, or the first 15 minutes before they scored.
Yeah.
We were passing through the lines. Even people like Macher could see him having some of them passes that he usually did last season. We looked okay. We hadn't created a chance up to that point, but we looked like we were dominating the football and we had showed intent to score a goal.
Yeah.
But then, honestly, you were saying this earlier, weren't you, about this goal. The first goal that we conceded is just stupid. It really is. I don't understand how we've got such a congested middle of the park. There's like 7 players, right? If you look at the heat map, 7 players in the middle of this park, all in the middle, right? Together, no gaps, no spaces, and somehow it's a boom, 1-2 pass through the lines. Harry Wilson's in on his form, brilliant finish, goal. Yeah. Everyone's looking for the offside. He's on.
No, he's on. It felt really as it went in. It felt really tight. Like most people in the pub where I was like, dead offside. But so good of a move. They actually did that move about like 3 minutes earlier, and I think it was Jimenez or Wilson tried to flick it on for someone else. So it was a pattern of play that they'd clearly worked on. When Liverpool were a bit open, they try and hit a midfielder and just flick it round the corner. Jimenez, very dangerous player, and Harry Wilson, wonder of a left foot. But that's what I go mad about for my defence. I say every game, if you can see the goal, don't let it be that one. In between the centre-back and the right-back. Bradley's too wide there. He's too keen, you know what I mean? He's got away with it a lot because we see Bradley make these lash-dish tackles. He's a bit like Wan-Bissaka in that way of he gets out of situations with his long legs and sweeping tackles. But for me, he's too wide. He's pressing the wide man when there's no danger yet. The danger is between the width of your box.
Did you see what
don't leave
said?
that. What
about the defending?
I think he was moaning about Kanate's concentration, maybe, or
he's moaning about all of them. To be quite honest with you, what he was saying, he said throughout the Premier League, this has been happening so much into lazy defending. Yeah. So if you look at the positioning of the players, Harry Wilson is running from deep, and then I can't remember who's the ball to. It might be Munez.
I think Jimenez flicked it on.
Jimenez then.
Yeah, Raul Jimenez, yeah.
And what's happened is Kanate's stuck with one player, but he should be shifting over to cover the space. Virgil van Dijk should also be shifting over. Yeah. A midfielder should be dropping in, and then the left back's covering the winger as well. And that way, there's no space to play into, so that ball just doesn't happen. Yeah. It's too hard for them to try and find space in there. And it's been happening time after time with us, and it's a shame, honestly, because, as I said, we're playing a formation that offers stability, and we're still conceding ridiculously easy goals.
I know, don't get me wrong, it's great movement from Fulham. It is like a really good move, great but goals. If you defend them properly, I know we can micro-analyse it now, but even not on the micro level, I'm like, Bradley, mate, you're far too wide. Yeah. That's the danger. The danger ball isn't the wide ball because there's 3 defenders in there to defend the cross if it goes up wide. And he's got to beat them. If it goes out wide, we go and we all go together. But I mean, congested midfield, right back too wide, and then a quality finish, to be fair, to beat Alisson from there as well.
The Premier League, lad, like, it doesn't matter what team you play against. The Premier League, the players have the ability to just bump, goal. That's why they're in the Premier League. It's the best league in the world, and these players are no pushovers. Yeah. Harry Wilson's been one of the most informed players in the league in the last 10 games, 15 games, mate. So
did you see the 70-yard diag he played as well in the second half? It was lovely. Anyway, moving on. That's like
seen exactly what you were talking about from right back position where Trent would spray it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wouldn't you be nice at Liverpool right now? Wouldn't you just be great? Eh?
Anyway, we're 1-0 down.
Yeah, we're 1-0 down, lads. And
here we go again. Is
reaction,
the thought?
Yeah, and you know what, mate? It was for me. As soon as we conceded, we went right back to type.
I know, but Fulham were like, we've got the goal. The game plan's gone perfectly for us. Let us get 11. It was 11 men at times. Yeah. But again, then it switched to this slow build-up play. I get it. You've got to make these people come out of position, but. The midfielders standing next to each other. They're playing 3-yard passes. It's got to be at least 10 to make a man shift 3 yards, and then you've got a gap. Yeah. And even when we had the gap, we just ping it behind someone's feet like 2 yards. As even so many times, the Boslai's like
ball behind him.
I know he's like, lads, pass it to me. Do you know what I mean? Not 3 yards away from me,
or just not behind me, lad.
In general,
there's a few balls like that. To be quite honest with you, even the one where do you see the one we've on with Cody Gakpo? It's the first half. Yeah. And like the ball he's put onto him, sort of a little bit behind him, so his touch again, he's touched it and then touched it again to try and get into his path, which means the defender's coming onto him, and now he's got to hit it on his weaker foot because he can't go across the defender to slot it with his right. It's a poor finish as well, to be quite honest with you. I thought he was actually going to go, and he screwed it, didn't he?
I know. So sometimes sometimes those scuff. I mean, sometimes the Darwin Núñez finish, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a bit of a Darwin connection. Yeah, it was. But Cody was making a lot of runs. I will say that. Like I say, lack of movement, lack of build-up. But now and again, Cody would just go and know on the play. There's 3 or 4 times, watch it on the telly, you can see it, can't you? Lovely wide view. Cody's making the run most times. Yeah. And that's what we've lacked. But he's making that like inside run, which is really hard to get the ball right. Because you see like Verge a few times as well. He tries to play it. Virgil playing into a striker. There's no angle for you. You've really got to nail that little lofted little.
There's no travel on the ball that you can have. It's not going to be in front of you anymore because you're running side on, so you've got to meet it. It's almost got to be so pinpoint, and we were excellent at doing that at one point. I remember Mane and Salah were the best at meeting them long balls.
So it's like we can reminisce about the old Liverpool, can't we? But the old Liverpool mates played with like absolute wingers that would also come in, but when we were in possession, they'd always be ready for a diag. They'd just be like, okay, if it's a little slow in here, bosh, we're there, Salah's feet, build up from there, everyone gets forward. So lack of width as well killed us a little bit. But I do kind of like the no striker thing. If we can just get the movement right wide.
Well, that's up to Kirkes and Frimmy and Bradley, right? That's the way I see it. Them two have been brought in to create the width.
Kirkes and Bradley, yeah. I mean, look, it's not good enough, is it?
No, it's
not. No, but the both of them. I hate to say it.
Robbo and Trent, who were immaculate at deliveries, like genuinely two of the best deliveries I've ever seen on fullbacks. To Kirkes and Frimmy, and that's not to play them down because Frimmy's actually got 2 assists in his last 3 or 4 games.
When he come on, mate.
Yeah, he was
he got the assist as well.
1v1.
He'd actually go at people, wouldn't he? Whereas I don't know, Bradley and I don't know if they've been told this, but Bradley and Kirkes, mate, it's like Glenn Johnson back in the day. Of like just,
I like Bradley.
I'll just look back and but he was just inside. I'll just go back inside. Yeah. I will only cross it if you put it there for me to cross it, and I won't create the cross if you get me. Yeah. So that's frustrating for me, and like I said off air as well, like Bradley is just, I'm not blaming anyone, but I think Bradley the quality level. Again, I mean, look, he's had 2 great games, both against Real Madrid, coincidentally. But for me, it's not there. It's not good enough. And I hate to moan because I'm a very positive person.
No one's playing good enough. And to be fair to Gakpo, he's not a striker and he was played in the centre forward position, so he's having to do this role that he's just completely not used to. The second half starts. And it instantly starts off with the Gakpo goal, which is offside. I think Gakpo also hit the post in the first half.
Oh, the header.
He loves it in the post, by the way. Honestly, he hits the post and bar so much. From a header, which was actually offside, so it wouldn't have been given. Or it might have been, because this game was full of lots of contentious offside decisions. And then he come on the second half, and we will talk about that. And then Gakpo comes on, scores a really miles offside goal, but it's a good start to the second half again.
Oh, it's nice getting the ball in the net, isn't it? Yeah. There you go.
We have a cross, I think, from Dominic Szoboszlai. Whips it in, Maka gets his... Oh, was it a corner? Maka gets his head on it, and then it hits the crossbar again, so we were a little bit unlucky.
Oh, no, yeah, it was a corner, yeah.
I think we've had over 100, nearly 100, or over 100 just about, corners. And do you know how many we've scored?
Probably about 4, mate. I don't know.
1.
Oh, there we go.
One.
Even worse.
One corner from about 100, which is just terrible. And we're going to talk about how that's such a big problem for Liverpool.
Terrible or unlucky, hopefully. Hopefully they start going in. We got the second half of the season now. So.
I mean, you could say the Virgil one against Man City, unlucky. You could say the Maha one there, unlucky.
Very unlucky.
We've hit the bar a few times off some other corners, but still, it's not good enough. That 100 corners with one goal is just... It's pathetic, to be quite honest with you. And then we keep playing, and we are showing that intensity, and we're doing well. We're dominating the ball, honestly. And we miss strength for them deliveries. And yeah, we kick on, and then Vert scores a goal, right, which did look offside in when you're doing the Sky Sports.
But people don't think about it, do they? The Sky, they're a broadcaster. They are not VAR.
Yeah.
VAR have their own system.
Yeah,
they have their own freeze frames, and if Sky take a freeze frame and then they sync it to their offside camera, if you like, on that. Is it the same freeze frame as them hitting the ball? I don't know.
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. So, also their goal was very, very tight, and it was just on. Yeah. And ours was just on as well.
It just depends where you stop the frame, and don't get me wrong, it's not like VAR doesn't make mistakes. We all know they bloody do.
They always want Liverpool's fault. A few.
It's also not Liverpool's fault that, we got a goal that they give us. I think when you're looking at the thing, Vert sort of didn't know if he was onside or offside either, so there's no complaints.
Yeah, lovely move,
We got given the goal. The frames per second is much higher when you're doing the VAR compared to just on the telly off a screenshot. Believe me, it's much higher. So you can get a better idea of what's happening.
We believe VAR in this instance.
Yeah, of course.
Well done,
referees. It fits our agenda,
which
is fine, you know what I mean? Well done, VAR, yeah. But it was a better second half, and we started again, quite intense, got the goal, and then again, I don't know what happens to us, mate. Either when we concede or when we score, we just revert back to type. It's like they almost panic. It's like, okay, we've got something out of this now. We've got something.
Must be a game plan though, innit? I mean, you look at. I mean, we haven't even touched on Slot and how annoying he's been lately as well in his manner and in everything. He's just not. Well, to be honest, mate, the pre-press conference, I will say this, he's just not inspiring at all. He was asked about, Liverpool's aspirations of where we're going to finish or whatever. He's talking about there's two teams and we can't catch them. I'm thinking, even if you don't believe that, even if you do believe it, don't say it. And also, well, what's the team talks about then?
Yeah.
Is it, we're Liverpool fans here. We're not here to just go through the motions.
Yeah.
And the manager's putting that out, saying, oh, well, we can't catch them, so we're just going to do what we can. We've been unlucky and then lucky in some instances. I'm thinking, what is going on in the dressing room, in the training ground? What's the message? Because if I'm a player, I'm saying he's just outwardly saying, nah, we're not going to achieve anything really. And I'm like, it's just uninspiring stuff. And I like people who are got a bit of personality.
Yeah,
it's not a likability contest, right? But it is as well. Being a manager is about being liked and getting around the player. And you know what I'm thinking? Is Slot even saying hello in the morning for a coffee?
You better, lad.
Do you know what I mean?
You better, lad.
Do you know what I mean?
I get that, lad. I understand what you're saying there, right? Because I actually thought about this on my way home, right? From watching the game. I used to watch every single Klopp press conference. Every single one. Because even when we lost or drew or whatever,
I don't know why.
With hope and inspiration, I can't do it with Slot.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what it is, and I'm not saying sack Slot because that's definitely not what this channel's all about. We're definitely not. Believe me, we're not jumping on that bandwagon. But it is one of them things where I'm like, where are we getting the inspiration from you? Because when it comes down to it, it's you that's got to motivate these players on the pitch, and it's you that's got to motivate the fans to cheer for the players, and you just can't see it at the moment. So I do agree with that sentiment. To be quite honest with you, I can't watch them. They actually annoy me more than they fill me with hope. And that was never the case with Jurgen Klopp. Even when we beat a crap Norwich team 5-4, and that still is an imprint in my brain. We weren't great, but the football that we played going on was just wonderful. I get it.
I know, it's just, But also, look, we've moaned at the players, and we've moaned at Slot, so there you go. There's some balance for you. Some balance.
Ball over the top, right, from, I can't remember who done the ball over the top, but honestly, Kanate with a ball over the top is terrible. For me, I'm not trying to get on players' backs, I'm really not. But if there's a ball that's going over the top and he's got to watch it right over his shoulder,
you just don't believe it.
He just can't deal with it. He can't deal with it. And I don't know if that's because he needs to step off a little bit or he needs to change his body position. I don't know. I'm not a professional footballer and I'm not a coach. But I can tell you now, he's not dealing with them. Because the amount of dangerous situations we get into because of that, his lack of ability of reading the long ball or being able to chase it, is ridiculous. And it led to a one-on-one with Jimenez, was it? I can't remember again. I'm so sorry. I can't remember the Fulham players' names. Led to a 1-on-1, and Ali saved us. Yeah, brilliant. He come off his line. He was dead quick. He got the ball, but then it bounces back to a Fulham player, and very luckily, incredibly luckily for Liverpool,
it's the crossbar.
Did
it come off Ali though as well again or no? Did he just chip it?
No, he just chipped it.
It felt like it might have been like a loop off
Alisson
Ali,
you're
as well.
insane, kid.
To be fair, he covered the goal.
He did.
And Harry Wilson chipped it, right?
He
didn't
had to chip it because he's that big.
And Verge is just like watching it go in, and it's hit the bar.
Yeah, and then just
and then hooks it. Yeah. Just over the crossbar himself.
Instead of taking the touching and all.
But that's what. Hey, love that from Ali though. Do you know what I mean?
Great
Ali,
lad.
you know, in games like that where it's a bit, he come out for a few as well. He made a few sweeps, if you like, throughout the game. But it's good to see him concentrating.
Did you see him fall over?
Oh, twice. Oh god. Well, he forgot the ball.
He missed the ball, and then he went to chase it and slipped over. And I was like,
oh god,
this is our life at the moment with Liverpool. The best goal you've ever seen is falling over, mate.
I know.
We kick on from there anyway, and to be honest with you, they had a lot of shots and a lot of possession after that chance, and I was thinking, who's more likely to win here? Probably Fulham. That's the way I was thinking, because they were coming at us, and in the last 10-15 minutes of games over the last few months, we have been awful. Spurs now, men, they dominated the ball. Wolves at home dominated the ball. Leeds, mate, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The mentality of these players is shot to bits, but we somehow don't know how we managed to do it.
Well, Frimpong, that's
Frimpong, He did a great assist for him. A very deep cross to the back post. The players in front of him miss it, all the defenders. And Gakpo was there on the back post again, getting the stats. That every game he plays, he gets a stat. So people can moan about his performances, or you can moan about him, but he scores pretty much every time he plays or gets an assist. And that's effective, right? So we need him there.
I'll use a nice word as well. He thrusted it in.
He did,
I'd say.
Bash.
Lovely. And also, like, it's so dangerous that Frimpong, he looked like he would create something. Like, as soon as he come on, Frimpong, okay, try and take some people on. Get tackled, no problem, mate, go again. That's the no fear mentality of, like, that's, if everyone had that, I think you'd be a better team. Bravery, exactly. And then the cross there, no one can touch it because it's just like, it's a bouncer in that 6 shot. Yeah, the defenders, mate, it's really tough to defend that one. So yeah, a bit of luck with it bobbling to Cody Gakpo, but he was alive. So it's nice of him to, like, step up and be the man, because you know, without Hugo we really struggle, because he's been the standout player for me, him and Dom.
And Vert's relationship with him as well. It was a difficult game for Gakpo, but I think he showed himself to be a good player, and a player that we need, to be quite honest with you. But he got the goal for us, and we're thinking, yes, we're going to scam a win here. This is fantastic. The weekend's going to be okay. I'm going to do the show tomorrow, and everything's going to be just dandy. And it wasn't.
However, though, was it Cody Gakpo getting a yellow card that forced us to take him off and put Gomez on, so it wasted more of extra time, more extra time added on. You bring on a defender for a striker, that's a mentality shift in the players to drop off, and that's for me, for Fulham to be like, come on, mate, come and have a go the last few minutes, because I've just give you an extra minute by making a sub, or extra 30 seconds, and obviously we celebrated the goal for a good while as well, because it felt like that was the game done. So that's maybe a chain of, because he took off his shirt, got booked. So there you go. And then Gomez comes on, and then it is just like, come and have a go for a few minutes, and that's not what you want. Also, by the way, Chiesa did come on. I was glad to see him come on and just leg it about for a bit. Thanks, Chiesa, mate. We love you. We want to see more of you.
Loads of industry and endeavour. That's what he's got, which the team is lacking at the moment.
And then there's long throw.
So they're all in the box now.
Loaded up for a long throw.
All game, what Fulham have done is, and many teams that are playing in the
Premier League
at the moment,
they're
big long throws. It gets the ball in the box. So all the Liverpool players are sat there like, right, we've got to brace ourselves for the ball in the box and get it out, and then we've won the game. Doesn't happen like that. Someone comes short for the throw-in.
Reed.
Yeah. Was it Reed that come short for the throw-in?
Pretty sure it's Reed, isn't it?
I think someone passed it to him. Takes one big touch out of his feet. He's in acres and acres of space, because, as I said, the players are in the box waiting for the long throw-in. They've been caught out. He has an unbelievable strike that goes top corner, and there's no goalkeeper on this planet except for Joe that would save that shot, because it was genuinely... It was an arrow. It was that when you see the definition of screamer, that's one. No goalkeeper can stop that. If the net wasn't as tough as it was, it would have went through it, lad. Genuinely, I'm surprised it didn't. It hit the stanchion. It was very true strike. Hit the crossbar and went in. And it's just one of them days where you look at it and go, oh, that lad hasn't scored for 2 or 3 years, And then he's hit a shot there for the first time in the game. Just come on and ruined our weekend with the absolutely delightful goal from him. And Liverpool hearts are broken. But to be honest with you, We didn't deserve it. We didn't. We
I know, like, yeah, it felt like, okay, a draw is all right, but, like, I don't know, it feels like if you nick a winner that late on.
It's horrible, lad. It's horrible. I'm sick to death of seeing Liverpool flap in the last 10-15 minutes of a game and lose. We've done it about 3 times or something. We've done it against Leeds.
But we got away with it first half of the season now as well, so it's like, it's you know, painful, it's balancing out, but, like, I don't know, maybe just don't change it, and it don't bring Gomez on, mate. You know, for me, it's just a mentality shift, and yeah, especially that late on, I think. But anyway, I know it's like nitpicking or whatever, but anyway, I mean, we don't look convincing. Teams are like, you know what, Liverpool are, you know, they're having a moment.
Yeah,
they've been having a moment for a few months. So they've been having a few months of it. And teams are loving it, actually. They're looking at Liverpool going, you know what, if we can win against Liverpool, especially at Anfield, they come to Anfield and go, they're the happiest people because they're visiting Anfield. Obviously, we know people love that, and they're just having a go at us as well. And then
the team
obviously
can win there nowadays,
But now we're playing away and that, and teams are like lovely, welcome, innit? Let's go have a go at these. Also, we'll just sit back and then attack when you're all open and your right back's too wide.
Honestly,
anyway.
it's painful to watch Liverpool at the moment, and I guess I'm going to try and take some positives from it. Positive is we haven't lost in 9 games. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we nearly won again.
Yeah, we nearly won. That was pretty nice. We've had some standout performers this season in Hugo Ekitike and Dominic Szoboszlai, players that have really rose to the occasion and the struggle that we've had. So there is some positives to take out of a bad season, but this has just been a torrid time for Liverpool. And now we've got Arsenal next, who we're probably going to batter us, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, I can't wait, mate.
Especially
Love
when
it.
We're playing the way we're playing.
Nah, look, but if you can't get up for the Arsenal game, what's the point in the whole season? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is the thing, like, what you better be having a go at Arsenal.
Do you want Arsenal to win the league? Do you want Arsenal to win the league? If not, beat them. Yeah.
Well, especially if you live around here, you don't want to.
I can't believe it. I was about to say you need to give City a hand. I can't believe I was just about to say that. I don't want either of them to win.
Give Villa a hand.
F-yous both.
Hey.
Yeah. Villa, up the Villa. Yeah, that's who we want to win.
Looking at the table
up
here.
that Villa, mate.
They're 6 points off them.
Yeah.
You know what? People think, especially Arsenal fans, by the way, on the way here, Cecil parked in his car, we're going to win the league, he said on the way past.
And his BMW. And
you know what?
Like, yes, brother.
You got 18 more games to play, okay? 18 games, that's a lot of chances to drop points, and you're only 6 between, you and 2 teams as well. Two chasers. Come on, Emi Martinez, mate. Keep keeping those goals out. And also, we're not that far off them as well. So,
I'm done, me, lads. I'm resigned to defeat with
18 game swing, you never know. Bit of momentum. You're unlucky last minute. I wouldn't. Also, I'm just like, why would we give up? Like, why do I support them if we're just going to be like, yeah, let's just go through the motions? Or is it shift to Champions League? We haven't even talked about like cups and that. Do you know what I mean? Like Champions League would be unbelievable. Can we do it? Probably not. Looking at his face.
It's for me, lad. It's just
Come on, have a bit of optimism.
I know, I get it. But also from what I've seen so far, it just doesn't fill me with any optimism whatsoever. And I guess I'm still living off the back of the fact that we've just won the Premier League, so I can't be too greedy and expect everything. We can't
be spoiled, can we? Yeah.
We spent lots of money, but it hasn't happened for us. And that's what I want to talk about actually, dead quick before we finish, is the system. So this system was born. What
system is it? I don't know.
Exactly. So this system was born out of the fact that we can conceding 1 million goals, lad, and we were losing games. So now we have to try and create a formation that offers stability, and that was the diamond. And I was screaming out for it the whole season while he wasn't doing it, because we were just getting battered, mate, and you could see it all over the pitch. And it has made us slightly more difficult to break down, but what it also has done is dulled our chance creation, and that's even more emphasised by Liverpool's lack of corner goals, because that's another way out of it. That's another way to create a chance for your team, especially when you're not creating as many as you used to. And it's just evident right now, Liverpool can't score corners. We've got lack of chances, and in a formation like the Diamond, as I said, you're limited with your chances. If you don't score them 1, 2, 3 chances that you get, the big ones, you're not going to win the game. It's over, and especially while we're letting goals in left, right and centre. So when you haven't got the likes of Isak or Hugo up front, when you're having to make makeshift strikers like Gakpo or Chiesa, it's always going to have its limitations, and we're seeing that with Liverpool right now, and I just feel like it's not sustainable to play like this. One, really what you said earlier about the manager, right? This does not motivate the fans to cheer and shout, because it's not exciting football to watch.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that it does that for the players,
watch.
Because they're having to pass sideways every 2 seconds. They're not playing expansive football.
I don't think they're bought into it either, by the way. We've had a few interviews as well, player interviews, and Maka said a few words, like whatever, and obviously Salah's got me out. He said something like, obviously I'm not happy with how it's going or whatever, but I can't say too much because, it's an interview, but like the sentiment was that, like, obviously he's not happy with any of it. And obviously I get that, but you can twist that any way you want. But for me, it's like, what's going to change then? Do you know what I mean? If everybody's feeling like that,
this is what I'm worried about.
Who's the person? Like, what's Verge thinking?
Who's stepping up to pull them out of it? Because we
definitely
don't have Gerrard, we don't have Klopp.
This man knows. I mean, give us something in it. Do you know what I mean? And he's the thing about you saying about like the diamond. Yes, okay, more midfielders. Slot said it. More midfielders. Salah's not playing because I need more midfielders in there because we're shipping goals or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but to sound spoilt, we are Liverpool, and we're not like, we're not a mid-table team.
No, we're not.
We're not a team that like needs stability in a way because we've got so much quality going forward, and we've got so much quality at the back. Do you know what I mean? Yes, okay, Canate's had a shaky, but we still got Van Dijk there. We still got one of the best goalies in the world. The fullbacks, okay, haven't been pulling the weight really. It's a transition period, if you like, without like the quality of Trent and Robbo. But for me, it's like it's like a fearful way.
It is.
He's like, what can I change this week to not get battered again? It's like he's playing. He's not playing defensively, but he's not.
You've took the words on me mouth, lad. It's a fear-based football, and that's born from the fact that we were losing games, and he doesn't want to lose his job, which I totally understand. And you've settled the ship a little bit, so we're not losing anymore. But it's not sustainable for Liverpool Football Club because it doesn't motivate the fans. You need to play heavy metal football like Klopp did, not lullaby football, sending us to sleep, mate. That's what this is. Even when we win, I'm not convinced. Even when we win, I don't enjoy it. It's not fun to watch, lad. And I don't know how the players are supposed to get up and show intensity when they're given that play style. So for me, right now, it's good for the moment and the transition that we're in. But this cannot be how we play towards the end of the season and going into next season.
Yeah, something's got to change, definitely.
We've got too much quality to play like this. It's draining the life out of these players. And I don't want to say Slot out because I'm not that, but I do think he's got to find the answers. I'm Slot, find the answers, do it, because that's the only way we're getting out of this, mate. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I think
we need a leader.
I think it's the opposite. I think the players just need to just, do it themselves and just sort of ignore the tactics, innit? And just be like, let's just, play ourselves, innit? Just Dom, chat to Verge, chat to Ekatike. Just passed between us, lad. That's just
the quality.
I'm only joking, but we are fourth, by the way. Bit of optimism again. Fourth out of a really shaky season, and you're speaking about all these frustrations and that. I mean, fourth place, it's a pretty good position.
I haven't said that right. This is breaking news, by the way. We're still above Man United. Our worst season in about 70 years, and we're still above Man United, who, by the way, have just sacked Ruben Amorim. Yeah. He's just done a Maresca, mate. He talked a load of smoke about the owners, and he went, you know what? You get out, kid. And he's just been sacked this morning, hasn't he? Which is actually absolutely mad.
Makes me a bit like, we were chatting before there, like, it's a bit like it's probably a good move for them, really. I know it's like, back to square one, but, Amorim just wasn't delivering, was he? So, I mean, it's not good, because that means, okay, they might get a chance of getting a decent manager in. Who are they going to bring in now?
There's not a good manager about, to be quite honest with you. If you can name any, let me know.
I can't, mate.
Because I don't know anyone.
I'm not going to name any because we want them.
It's one of the main reasons why... I know, yeah.
You can have Slot if you want.
Why I don't want Slot out, lad, because there is nobody better to replace him. If Jurgen Klopp said to me right now, I'll come back today, to the Liverpool fans, I'm pretty sure most Liverpool fans would say, cool. But anyone other than that, lad, you don't really want them.
The one manager I really like, and he's not doing the best job right now, but I mean players or whatever, is like Thomas Frank. I really like him. That. He's a really good personality, and he did wonders with Brentford, honestly, mate. So and okay, he's a bit shaky at Spurs. They are a bit hit and miss at the moment, but there is moments of like their play style that I really enjoy, and I think if he's given the job, given time, I think that'd be great. But this isn't a chat about who's going to replace.
No, it's not, because no one's going to replace.
We're not going there. You know what I mean, we'll finish the season. Yeah. And we'll have a little think, and no one will panic. Hopefully, I mean,
it's just really upsetting to see this team, and I've got big worries about it. To be quite honest with you, I'm really hoping that we haven't been set back years by all these decisions that we've made, all the players that we've bought.
Oh, mate, there's loads of players in there to be unlocked. Do you know what I mean? Okay, Slot come in and he unlocked Gravenberch, and that probably won us the league. Just that edge, because everyone else was. Yeah, Maka was already playing all right, but he, another level. Okay, yeah, he got a little bit more out of Gakpo, but the thing is, Gakpo had Diaz to give him a rest and go again fresh.
That's frustrating what you're saying now. It's frustrating me, why? Because he was brave last season. That's the whole point. Yeah. He made brave decisions. His first game, he took Quanta off at half time and broke nothing on.
Oh, I know. I don't like that.
I know you didn't like it, but that's brave.
I don't like that.
I don't mind bravery. It's just everything is based out of fear right now, and we're starting to play like. a team that doesn't want to win, a team that does, and a team that just doesn't want to lose.
Well, what are we playing for? He's already said we can't catch anyone. So
where's the inspiration coming from? You're gonna have to let us know in the comments. Where do you think the inspiration is coming from the team? Because honestly, I feel like I'm speaking more passionately about my football club than the manager is, to be quite honest with you. And I don't know what's going on in the back, but I want to hear some screaming and shouting. I want to hear some passion.
You're not going to get it from though.
Some support in the presses, and I want to see him saying like, I'm sorry, this is not good enough, right? I want to get this Liverpool team back to winning ways because it's my team and I'm passionate about it and I'm passionate about the fans and I'm sorry I'm letting you down, but it's time to, like, you know, change things. You're going to have to work with me while you do it. Right now, I'm not getting any inspiration from his press conferences at all, and they're actually frustrating me more than they are giving me hope. So you gotta let us know where it's coming from.
This isn't new stuff, by the way. We can go back to the start of the season. You know, we can you know, play the clip of me talking, be careful, and you two are like, oh well, he's won us the league. I was like, well, you know what? He's got rid of a lot of players. He's brought a lot of players in. Actually, you know, getting rid of Diaz as well has killed the sort of that outball and that pace and that like press setter. Do you know what I mean? Okay, Hugo's doing it now, but anyway, I said, Slot, be careful, mate, and you know, be even more careful now. But not careful in the sense of fear. Just come on, a little bit of something, a little bit of new idea. Like he's for months now, he's been trying to get it right, and I'm like, I don't see anything being corrected. Yeah. But I suppose, look, the players are to blame as well because they are professional footballers. All of them, except 2 or 3 starters now, are current Premier League champions. So get it sorted, lads. In it, we can move on to transfers, can't we?
Yeah. Honestly,
so
frustrating, so sorry.
Transfers.
Right,
I mean, have we spent all that? Have we blown our load already?
I know, yeah.
In the transfer window, that is.
We've got a young lad, a 17-year-old, 6'5", centre back that looks like he's coming to Liverpool. His name is Afanyi Ngukwe.
I love the way.
I'm so sorry.
No. I love the way that it's just that, like, not the rumour thing, but it's just like, some players coming in. We don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
But also,
I've never heard of him.
There was a lad that we couldn't pronounce his name. His name is our player of the season, Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, we couldn't.
So fingers crossed. Whoever's coming in, we can't pronounce his name. He's our player of the season.
Centre back, that he's only young, so he's not going to be a starter for us, I can imagine. He's got great distribution from what I've seen. He looks like a good little centre back. He's a young lad. We're trying to get the future in.
Get Ozan Kabak back, isn't he?
We have looked at another lad called Joel Ordonez. I'm sorry again. £34 million is the rumoured fee. He's 21 years old, 6'2", and we need centre-backs, lad. We absolutely need centre-backs to come in right now and start football games because Konate, he needs some competition. He needs somebody right up behind him that's going to say, you slip right there, and you have many times. I'm going to take your spot. Because Gomez isn't that, because he can get injured too quickly. Unfortunately, only out for the season.
Gomez isn't... He's not a footballer. He's not an athlete. I don't know what he is. It's just.
He's a footballer. He's not an athlete. I think that's what it is.
But is he a footballer?
He was great, bro.
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Joe Gomez was excellent, lad. He was brilliant.
Also, we need people with Premier League experience. All the names you've mentioned there, they don't have it except Mark Gay.
Yeah.
Which is also, he seems the most sought after guy because he is actually pretty decent.
He's excellent, mate. He's for me, he wouldn't be the replacement for the Konate. He'd be the replacement for Virgil because of his play style. He's so calm and collected. I think he just brings assurance to a back line.
Yeah, he's focused as well, though, isn't he?
Yeah, and focused, as you said.
No, I really like him.
There is talks, right, about Liverpool, you know, going in again, and I think the fee that they want is £40 million in the January transfer window. For me,
fine, isn't it?
I am of the same mind as you, brother. Yeah. If it's £40 million, so what? That is cheap for a great defender, rather than letting it go to the end of the season, trying to get him for free like we did in the summer, trying to save £10-15 million on him. We don't let him go to the summer, we just go in for him. But I think it's highly unlikely now, given the season that we've had, the trajectory that we are in, and the trajectory that Arsenal in. He's probably going to look at maybe going to, I don't know, a Man City or a Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich or a PSG, a team.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, but I mean, come to us, innit?
He's got no kids either, right, by the way, so that is a big thing, right? He doesn't have to keep his kids in England, all that type of stuff, because usually when players have kids, they'll stay in the country that they're in.
Right, well, that's a consideration.
Stability, but he's got no kids.
It would be a crazy move from Palace to Madrid, though, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? If
he got to Madrid,
but
I've seen
boyhood stuff, innit? Do you know what I mean? But like, I think
Bournemouth to Real Madrid, lad, Hausen or whatever his name is. Remember?
Oh yeah, the young lad. Yeah,
it happens, lad.
Okay, well, anyway, but I think, but also though, if he comes in, whatever, if we conjure up some more money, I don't know where from, then that'll affect Konate really negatively for me. Like, I cannot see Konate being the guy who's coming in and out.
Well, he hasn't signed the contract yet either, lad, so we might not even be here next season.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
he hasn't signed the contract.
So is that like a domino effect of like who's going to move first or whatever? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
actually, they've got to sort it out quick, because if he's going to go now, then
I think you go in for it, Mark A, very heavily this January.
Oh, they probably are, yeah, definitely.
And you pay whatever they ask for, because in the grand scheme of things, it's very cheap for a quality defender, and we're going to struggle to find anybody else that has a similar profile that's going to play like him. I just think it's stupid not to do it, but it's now down to the player whether or not he wants to come to us. And the fact that we've left it so long in the summer transfer window now is just, it's not looking good for us. But there is one really good thing in this transfer window that's come out of it, and it's contract talks with Ryan Gravenberch. Absolutely nailed that kid down. He's excellent. We all know how majestic he is on the ball. He's young. He's a brilliant spark in our team, and he's going to be the future of this midfield for a very long time. So get a 5-year contract nailed down, give him the money that he wants. He's going to be brilliant for us. Got no problem with that. I'm excited to see him sign another contract for us. He absolutely deserves one. He's been excellent.
Especially if Slot's going to play 4 in the midfield every game.
you might
need to nail him on. Also, that's another problem we can talk about another time, but like, it's like, who'd you come on in the midfield to give you fresh legs?
Yeah.
There's no one there.
Well, I
he
think
plays
we need
system
a 6.
anyway. Yeah,
I think Liverpool need a 6. If you look at the good teams at the moment in the world, you know, Arsenal right now, they've got a Declan Rice, dominate. You look at Man City, they had Gonzalez and Rodri, brilliant. And then if you look at Liverpool's winning team, Fabinho, you need a quality enforcer in the team, and I don't think Liverpool quite have that yet to protect the likes of Konate.
Gravenberch was great last season, doing a sort of hybrid role. I know.
Do you get what I mean? We need a Caicedo type, a Rice type, a Rodrigo type. We need somebody that's going to just clatter people, but also has got a bit of quality on the ball. Even like, just look at all the best teams that have ever been, lad. All of them have a really quality number 6. The Chelsea team that won, the Real Madrid teams that won. You know, you got Kante, Casemiro in his day was brilliant. You got Busquets, brilliant. These are a fantastic centre defensive mids. If there's anybody that sort of Ryan fits in, I'm not saying he is him. Don't quote me on this. Sergio Busquets is the closest that I can see to Ryan in that 6 role. Do you get what I mean?
I reckon he's got more legs than Busquets, but yeah,
he has. I agree.
Harvey Elliott, sad situation for Elliott. It seems like the lad can't get it together. Do you want him back?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think there's any point.
I'm in the same sort of boat. I think he's not
rehashing any problems.
Yeah, even when look, Slot didn't really give him a chance, did he? And he had to go. But even when he did, though, it's just that, like, people talk about the physicality thing. He is a little bit smaller. Yes, he's fast or whatever, but I don't think his attributes outweigh the fact that he's not strong and fast enough. Like, Salah is strong and fast and small and quality on the ball and does all these other amazing things as well as spit his dummy out. But Harvey Elliott, it's sad, isn't it?
I think he should be going to a team like Fulham where he can sort of take Emile Smith-Rowe's role, who hasn't really been great, to be quite honest with you.
So is it lucky that Villa are just playing as well as they are, and he's not getting lucky?
Yeah, it really is. And then so now there's talks about him potentially going to Charlotte FC in America to go and have a loan spell just to play football, which is just
weird, isn't it? Yeah, it seems like he's like been banned from playing in England for a bit.
Got given a 9 shirt for Aston Villa as well, you know.
Did he?
The number 9 shirt he wears, lad.
Oh.
And he's been...
Anyway, we wish him well. But personally, I can't see him coming in and making a difference for us.
So then what's your ideal signing very quickly before we go in this transfer window, January transfer window right now?
Luis Diaz, you already know. Come on, come back. You're amazing. I love you. You know how much love you've got from me over the years. He was my favourite player. It was very hard, and that one started me going, you know what, Slot, be careful, mate.
It was,
because you're selling an incredible player. Also, he beat Gakpo every season on the stats, and we sold to, we decided to sell him, but that's okay.
So who do you want?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm like...
Mark Gay, lads, that's who it should be. Mark Gay needs to come to our club as quickly as possible.
Gay would be good, but also I'm just like, just sort it out now. You've got the squad there, surely. Okay, I mean, look, I think maybe... a quality right back would be great. I know we got Frimpong, but he's not a right back. I don't think we've seen, Slot's played his cards in terms of where he thinks Jeremy Frimpong should play.
Yeah.
Bradley for me, Kirkes for me. They're not Premier League, winners and starters every week. I know they've been with us now for a while, but they're not good. They're not good enough for me. Okay. In terms of Liverpool, like, that's me being a spoiled little Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
The quality has to improve, but it's like, Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a centre back is the best
honestly?
one. Yeah.
Where do we get these quality? Maybe if you've got any transfers that you want to say in the comments, please let us know, because they're the ones that I have seen on my radar. Let us know where the inspiration is coming from for the team, how your thoughts about the game, and how you feel about going into the Arsenal game, which is very soon on Thursday.
I'm very excited for that one, by the way, because this is like, okay, Liverpool operate the best when they are the underdogs.
Yeah,
okay,
we do.
And you can't refuse that. Obviously, every game I think we're the underdogs. Oh, we're going to win? Not sure, but playing the team that are potentially going to win the title. If you can't get up for that, lads, God.
Oh, lad, I think they're going to get smoked, if I'm quite honest with you. But we'll see what happens, eh?
Nah, honestly, come on. I think we've got some quality players in there, and I think we'll have a great game, honestly.
Do you share Joe's optimism or my pessimism? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, anyway, as you said, it's been me and Joe today. Please send your love over to
get your comments in and your love.
Yeah, he's going to need all the appreciation and support that he can get. And yeah, we love you, lad, and we hope that you're all right and the family is as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's a tough time at the moment.
Make sure you like.
But we haven't lost in 9 games, yeah. So just give us a like and a little subscribe button if you're watching and you haven't. Even if you're a hater and you've come to hate us, yeah, give us a little subscribe. You know,
probably more than likely as well.
You'll be able to hate watch all season round.
Yeah, there you go.
Have a lovely day, guys.
No worries.
Happy New Year.